So, welcome to my first video on this YouTube channel. If you haven't subbed already, please bless me with those like and subscribe if you want to, not obligated. Today we're gonna talk about Kaguya. We're gonna scale Kaguya and stop this bias against Kaguya, of course. And to scale Kaguya, we have to establish that those dimensions were hers, and what she was stated that this is my space-time. In the very statement where they called it her domain, as you can see right here by Z2. And here in this space-time there is 5 space-time. There is the lava, ice, etc., which are self-existent and in which she can connect it instantly, stated by Obito himself, making Kaguya significantly affecting those dimensions. Now, to clear out what those dimensions are, some people say those dimensions refer to a planet. Well, as you can see right here, those dimensions refer to space-time. And before you starting saying this is a mistranslations, as you can see right here, yes, those kanji can in fact refer to space-time, and people that say it's a mistranslations is certainly hating on Naruto, mostly lowballing the fuck out of Naruto. They do it like multiple times. And to go into how those dimensions are created, you can see here Obito stating that dimension is like her ocular jutsu, like his Kemri, and therefore based on logical reasoning we can go on and say like her dimension is like the Kemri, created like hers, since we know the Kemri is created with the proportion of chakra that the user have. Therefore anything inside that dimensions, how big it is, will scale directly to that user. And before saying like the stars inside that dimension is not from her dimension, which is just stupid argument that some people used to do, here you can see from Obito's dimensions that it's pitch black, right? It doesn't reflect to anything, it's self-existent, right? It doesn't reflect anything outside his dimension. It's pitch black, it doesn't reflect anything at all. Therefore anything you can see in that dimension will be scaling directly to Kaguya, since Kaguya dimension is self-existent and therefore will not exist in another space-time continuum. Now to finish this argument, not to finish exactly this argument, we're finishing the argument of the space-time being hers at multiple times. We need to establish how big are the space-time, and as you can see right here, it's stated to be an alternate dimensions. And from pop culture, alternate dimensions mostly means universe, and that will agree. So please take some time to watch this video so it can explain it, so you can see the terms they use and why alternate dimension will mean universe.
The multiverse is a hypothetical group of multiple universes. Together, these universes comprise everything that exists, the entirety of space, time, matter, energy, information, and the physical laws and constants that describe them. The different universes within the multiverse are called parallel universes, alternate universes, or many worlds.
So I hope that concludes my points. And here you can see significantly affecting as being same as destructions and creation feats. And since it significantly affect her dimensions by rewriting it and by connecting them. And before going deeper, they were called isekai. Isekai can mean world or universe, and world can also mean universe. And since we know that they were talking about space-time directly, and the space-time cannot be an astral celestial object, it cannot be a planet, and therefore we can establish that they were talking about Kaguya being universal in sizes. And so I laid out all my multiple points to reach a conclusion that her dimension is in fact universal. And if they wanted to call it the galaxy, there is literally kanji for galaxy. If they wanted to call it the galaxy, they would have already done so, and they call it the world, which already show multiple points on why that will be universal in sizes. And there's multiple lowball on Kaguya's feats, but if we're going to literally scale her from her feats, she will be low multiversal, just significantly affecting multiple dimension size that is universal in sizes. And for and for creating several space-time continuum that are universal in sizes. Now we're going over to speed, and to understand how fast Kaguya really is, we're going to have to scale the people that she fought with, and this include Kagashi and Naruto, etc. And from to the Ambu's data book, he is stating that the Ambu would be light speed, and Kagashi, being the captain in the Ambu, will be somehow faster since he is the captain of the Ambu. But since we're just gonna keep it Kid Kagashi being light speed as implied in the statement, since Kid Kagashi was the captain of the Ambu, so Kid Kagashi being light speed, and as you can see here that Naruto, base Naruto was able to keep up with Kagashi with the multiplier of the Mangekyo Sharingan, and which normal multiplier in Naruto would be equal to 10, but we're gonna lowball it for people that hates Naruto to 2, so they don't see it stretch. So that mean Kagashi will be 2 times faster than the speed of light at that moment we fight with Naruto. I mean, he get faster later on. I'm saying he's faster since this was considered to be kids Kagashi, and then if you go into adult Kagashi, which would be like way faster than he was as kids, and it would be like but I don't wanna like put people that hate Naruto on my ass and shit, because they're gonna go on my ass if I start doing like real fight with them. So I'm just gonna keep it in the low ball to 2 times faster than the speed of light. Now we know that Naruto and Sage mode, which Naruto Sage mode is the complete Sage mode, and we know in an complete Sage mode a multiplier is by 10, but we're gonna use that incomplete Sage. So 10 times 2 will be 20 times faster than the speed of light. So it is established that Naruto is 20 times faster than the speed of light and Sage mode. And we know that when you go full on Kurama, which is KCM1, when you use Kurama, it's 100 times the multiplier. And before somebody said if it is linear or not, we know in Naruto, if you don't control so as you can see right here, everything about chakra needs to be balanced. It's regardless of speed and strength. Also, everything needs to be balanced in order for the chakra to be manageable. And since we know everything is balanced and needs to be equal for chakra to be manageable, we can therefore equal speeds will be linear to what you have. So if I have a 10 time multiplier, it will be equals to my speed, will be multiplied by 10 times too. And yeah, so with this in mind, we know everything will be linear, will be equal and balanced. We already know base Naruto was able to keep up with Kagashi, MS Kagashi, which as kid was stated to be as fast as light since he's the captain of Hembu. And since the multiplier of the Mangekyo Sharingan, we're gonna multiply the little number that we go find, which is 2. So if we go by that reasoning, Kagashi adult will be 2 times faster than light. I mean, he's way faster, but I'm just lowballing just to leave me alone for over my point. So if we go by Kagashi being 2 times faster than light, and Sage mode is the perfect Sage mode will be like a 10 time multiplier. And since 10 times 2 is 20, that would mean Sage mode Naruto will be 20 times faster than light. And by going that reasoning, Kagashi's statement saying that a full Kurama mode will be like 100 time multiplier if the Yamato dude wasn't suppressing it. So that was half Kurama. So half Kurama will be 100 time multiplier. If you make 100 times 20, which is 2000. So basically, KCM1 Naruto will be 2000 times faster than the speed of light. And then once you get like KCM2, which is a full Kurama mode, that's just 100 times. This is another 100 time multiplier, which make Naruto 200,000 times faster than light. And then if we're going by that reasoning, Naruto got Blitz. Naruto and Sasuke, which was stated to be equal, two other data book and two other manga was stated to be equalized. I mean, some people will say Naruto will be like better on DC feats, but they are stated to be equal and they are stated to be rivaling each other. Kaguya was able to blitz Naruto and Sasuke at the same times. To blitz a person, you need to be 0.5, 0.9 faster than them. So if we're gonna count 2 at the same time with Sharingan, with Precog, and Naruto with Sage Mode with precognitions. So I'm gonna, with the lowest number will be like 2 times, be 2 times faster than them. So if we take 2 times, multiple by 200 times, we're gonna go with 400 times. So Kaguya will be 400 times faster than light, and then that will conclude how fast she is. If we go by the data book, it was clearly stated that she could move faster than an instant. That's mean her travel speed. She could travel faster than an instant, or at least at an instant speed, which would make her, based on Fierce Battle Wiki, infinite speed. But since I already got her to MFDL plus, I won't be using that. I don't see why I would be using that too. But if we're going to statement or various statements stating that she also has immeasurable power, stating by Kurama, and this also stated by the 4th data book, and if you see here, which also is consistent, saying that she has immeasurable power, and the only reason she couldn't use that, she couldn't be at full potential, is because Kurama was out, and that the Jubi was incomplete and stable. As you can see by Zetsu right here, the Biju was in fact unstable, and she couldn't use her full abilities. So this concludes the Kaguya scaling being low multiversal, because she was able to significantly affect her dimension, which multiple of her dimension can be argued to be universal in sizes, and she also being able to rewrite her dimension, connect her dimension, which is significantly affecting our fates that is similar to destruction and creation. And the speed will be about 800,000 times faster than the speed of light, and we know 1,000 times faster than the speed of light, 1,000 times plus faster than the speed of light will make you MFDL. 800,000 times faster than the speed of light will make Kaguya MFDL plus. Thanks for everybody who liked this video. Thanks for 20 subscribers. Peace out.